What's up everybody, it's your boy Ruli coming at you with another Infinity Kingdom video, and in today's video we're going to cover all of the new Alliance tech that came with the new Academy levels that came with Season 2 of Legion of Frostborn. So you're going to want to stick around to the very end of the video if you want to learn exactly what the new tech are and what you should prioritize first. But before we get into all of that, go ahead and hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, help a brother out, and if not, just enjoy the video. I don't care either way. Let's jump into it. Okay, so before we get started, you should know that there was no production technology added in this season. We may see it in one of the following seasons, but we do not see any new production talent or technology in Season 2. However, we do have new tech in the troop tree, the immortal tree, and the defense tree. Now, normally I recommend people focus on troop tech first. Given the nature of the new troop tech that was added, I don't recommend you necessarily focus on these unless you're really hurting for resources, unless you're really active in KVK. Then yeah, maybe you want to focus these first so you can reduce that resource drain when training troops. But that's what these new tech in the troop tree does: reduce wood for training, stone, iron, food, etc. That's all we have in the way of new troop tech right now, and we have that for each troop type. Next up is the new Immortal troop tech, which I think personally is the most important. I would say start with this stuff, because what this does for you right out the gate, you can increase the troop number for each Immortal type. This is huge. You know what I mean? Like, we can run our troop numbers up. This is really gonna make a difference in battles. I mean, it's like having King buff without having King buff. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a lot more troops if you focus this. They don't require a lot of resources. However, you can only get the first level of this up until like C42. Then it unlocks more. So keep that in mind. You probably want to rush C42 so you can push this as high as you can before KVK starts. I'm telling you, everybody's going to be going into KVK with a higher troop number. You don't want to be left out. You don't want to be at a disadvantage there. So definitely focus on the troop number first. Then directly after that, you have Energy Surge. This increases all of your Immortals' energy recovery speed. This is freaking huge, guys. It's only one. It requires a lot of resources, but that plus 5% is crazy. And you get it for every Immortal. So definitely directly after troop numbers, you're probably going to want to focus on this one, because you're going to get probably the most impact out of this than any of the new tech available, aside from the troop number. After that, you've got research to improve the new magical stat numbers and values. So as you know, patch 1.8 introduced whole new stats, and I don't think these stats are getting enough attention. Think about this. This directly impacts your magical damage. Before, magic damage was kind of going untamed since they made it so it can't be dodged. So these skills are going to really maintain magic damage a lot more, put a throttle on some of that crazy damage we've been seeing from like Immortals like Merlin and Cleo. So you're definitely going to want to invest in these eventually, probably before you get to the troop research. I don't know, that's up to you. You know, you weigh the opportunity cost here, but you definitely want to get to this eventually. You want to increase that magical penetration value, especially on arrow-based Immortals, because that's where you get your mages who are heavy on magical damage and thus magical penetration. So again, to recap, as far as magical penetration value, you want to focus the bowman Immortals first, because those are your mages. Then you've got magical penetration and resistance value. This is important as well. Definitely for mages, because you don't want them to be tanking huge hits from magical Immortals, but this is going to be more equally important across all your Immortals. You want them all to be have high penetration resistance. Like, it just is what it is, right? That goes without saying. Then you've got another troop research here that increases your troop number. This is going to bring you another 1,000 troops at top level. So definitely focus on increasing this before anything else. Obviously you're going to have to increase these magical stats to even unlock these, but definitely focus on getting these increased. And then the final ones, these look like they can make a lot of difference. I'm not sure how powerful these are going to be, but judging by the amount of resources required, you can tell these are going to be a game changer, right? Just like those big expensive troop tech that we had last season. So this one, Shield Immortals take 5% less damage from skills. That's cool. Spear Immortals deal 15% increased normal attack damage. That is crazy. Okay, we definitely gonna want that. Cavalry Immortals attack speed increased by 8%. This is really cool for Immortals like Alex and Attila. who do a lot of normal attacks. This is going to increase that speed, so they do a lot more. Love it. And then Sharpshooter, Bowman Immortals, skill damage increased by 3%. That's going to add that extra 3% to your mages, your rangers, stuff like that. That's essential too. I think if I had to pick the most important out of all of these, I don't know, they all seem equally important. Maybe the Shieldman one is a little bit less important. Maybe the Bowman one is a little bit more important. I don't know. You decide that. I'm just presenting you the data. Last but not least, we have defense research. You're going to see here, I embarrassingly never really focus on defense research. I never got much value out of it. I mean, wall defense, cool. Defense stuff, these things get knocked out like so quickly, so I never really focused on it, but we get a lot more defense research in this season, so that's really cool. These are all pretty much self-explanatory. You're going to get a couple new levels of defense stuff. This might make them a lot better, more effective, so definitely want to look out for that. You don't want to neglect this research anymore. I don't think so. I think this is going to get increasingly important as time goes on. I think the most important new tech to outline here is the Iron Body one. This one just looks amazing. It looks like it'll reduce damage received of garrison by up to 10%. That's going to be essential in KVK and IB. You know what I mean? You're going to be running around with constant garrison. You're going to have allies assisting you with garrison. You're going to want to get that 10% reduced damage. That is probably going to go a long way. So I would probably prioritize this directly after increased troop count, because again, that 10% increased reduced garrison damage is going to be essential. It's going to be a game changer. Other than that, none of these really stuck out to me. I mean, unless these defense fortifications are going to be a lot stronger in the new meta, which they might be. You know, they really might be. I mean, given the amount of resources required to unlock these, I want to assume that they made the right choice and made these actually strong for once. So who knows? Maybe they'll be a lot stronger. Storage capacity, that's going to be pretty big. If these are strong, you're going to want that storage capacity. And really, I was not kidding when I said they unlocked several new levels of defense fortifications. And then you've got, like, similar to the immortal buffs at the end of the tech tree, you've got these fortification buffs that seem to, they might make a difference here. Like, no cap, this might actually be meta going forward. You might want to be up to date on your defense tech. But I'll leave that to you all to decide. Again, I just present the information. Anyway, there you have it, folks. That was a brief run through of all the new tech that came with season 2. I hope you grabbed some valuable information bits out of that. I hope that was of service to you. Really enjoying making all these new videos for you guys. Let me know in the comments, as usual, what you want me to cover next, and I'll do it swiftly and promptly. Thank you so much. You all have a great day. Enjoy season 2. Enjoy KVK.